So I am wearing earplugs. I take off my earplugs. What on earth is this noise? Good morning internet, it is 8:30 in the morning and welcome back to the channel. Welcome here in Stewart, Canada. I was hoping to leave a little bit earlier, but this morning when I looked out of the window I was thinking, oh, this is not good. It's pouring with rain. It's still raining slightly now, but at least you can see the mountain again. So this morning I couldn't see it at all, so that's an improvement. So yeah, I'm just gonna go because it's a long day. I'm going to ride about 500 kilometers today. The first part is going to be paved, and then the last bit is going to be unpaved and very remote. So let me quickly get the map out. I'll actually do it here in the dry bit before my map is all wet and becomes a bit of a mess. So I am now right over here, right at this little at the border with this little piece of Alaska, and I'm first going to follow the main road up here to Dease Lake, and then from there this is all unpaved, and then I want to end up in Telegraph Creek today. Let's hope it doesn't rain the entire day, because as you know, filming in the rain is a bit of a challenge. Let's stay positive. It's gonna be a long day anyway, so surely it's gonna clear up in a little bit. No need to fuel up now. I didn't really ride very far in the last video, of course, distance-wise. So I'm just going to ride back to this junction, which is 62 km from here. And so that's basically the same way out as I came in. Past that glacier, past Bear Glacier. Wow, it is spectacular, right? Let me wipe the lens again for you. But anyway, yeah, so I go back past that Bear Glacier to the junction, fill up, and just take it from there again. 512 kilometers to go. Oh, that is nothing. One last look on the Bear Glacier. Beautiful, right? So far it's still raining, so I took my helmet camera off to make sure that I don't damage my microphone, which has happened before in the past. So I'm going to put you away again, and it's about 30 kilometers I think till the junction, and then I'm gonna get some fuel and hope for the rain to stop, I guess. And I'm at the junction, filled up, still raining, nothing else to report, so let's go! The rain has stopped, finally. I'm almost halfway through the ride, but it's dry, so this is good. I have arrived in Dease Lake, if I pronounced it correctly. Small town. This town started as a trading post owned by the Hudson Bay Company in 1837, I believe it was. And at the time there were several gold rushes in the area, So this was kind of a hub where prospectors from all over North America would come, and from here they would go to different areas to look for gold. You had what they called the Yukon Gold Rush at the time. And from here, well, I think the most interesting part of today's ride is going to begin, because from here I'm going to ride to Telegraph Creek, and that is actually the most remote place in British Columbia that is still accessible by road. So it's going to be a dirt road. It just started raining again. What is this? Anyway, it's a dirt road, and yeah, so it's a one way in, one way out type situation. I need to preserve my fuel because there is no fuel station there. I mean, there are about I think about 400 people living in Telegraph Creek, so maybe some local has some fuel, but I'm going to try to make it there on my own. And so in the next ride I can make it out again. So I have to not ride like a crazy person. That's basically the strategy. Oh, it's a shame. It has been dry for quite a while. So I was thinking, excellent. Now it just started raining a little bit. I just hope it's only a little bit. Alright. This is where the gravel road begins. So it will only be unpaved gravel from now. The road is in very good condition. I believe it's at some point it can get quite narrow, but definitely not here yet. There must be an active mine here too somewhere. This road is way too good. And I've seen a few vehicles and I'm thinking they are mine workers. So I don't know where the mine is. How far in? But they are definitely maintaining this road, I'm sure of it. See? That car, I think it's also a mine car. Okay, maybe it's just a quarry then. That could be it. For next 70k, steep mountain highway. Grades up to 20%. Woo. Oh, bring it on! Alaska's ready. The colors are just popping, aren't they, with the sun out? It's just all these yellow flowers on the side, and then I don't know, you get green and reddish. Beautiful. Look at this. There we go, crossing the river. Oh, see, they actually, you can see landslide just over here. All of that just came down. Crossing the Tuya River. Spectacular. So I've now actually entered the next territory. I may pronounce this wrong again. I am not exactly sure of the pronunciation, but I'll give it a go. Tahltan territory, restricted access. So I've now actually entered the next territory of another group of First Nations people, of indigenous people. And because I believe their territory actually borders the one where I was 2 videos ago. So yeah, these are again another people, another language, everything. The Muddy Lake Road is for the explicit use of Tahltan people only. I think this must be for this road, because I think this road should be okay, because this is the main road to where am I going again? Creek, something creek, Telegraph Creek, that's it. As far as I understood, in Telegraph Creek there's about 400 people, and of those 400 people about 350 are Tahltan people. And also where I just came from, Diesel Lake, that is also, I think, no, that one has about 50% of the people there is Tahltan people. Oh, look at this. Check this out. I think they call this, let's see, they call this the Grand Canyon of the, they call this the Grand Canyon of the Stikine. That's the name of the river that runs all the way to the ocean from here. And that's also where the gold rush was happening. I believe they were looking on the gravel beds of the river, the Stikine River. It's so beautiful here. Unbelievable. I'm loving this place. And it's just the one road to Telegraph Creek. For the rest, there is nothing here. Going to have a little bit of a break. So I am wearing earplugs. I take off my earplugs. What on earth is this noise? What are these? Some kind of crickets or something? What is making that noise? Who is doing this? Huh? Oh, I see something walking. Yeah, it's crickets. Anyway, having a lunch with an orchestra of crickets in the background. Fine by me. Because in Diesel Lake I bought a little sandwich at the petrol station. I think now it's a good time to take it. Oh yeah, and some banana. I already forgot I also bought banana. See, it's funny because as long as I'm riding a motorcycle, I can't hear this, obviously. I mean, I have earplugs in. There's the engine, there's the wind. So as long as I'm riding, you don't notice any of this. And then you stop, you're like, what? In case you were wondering why it's called Telegraph Creek. So the town kind of originated in like the 1860s when they found gold here in the river. But in 1866, the town got its name Telegraph Creek because it became kind of the hub for the construction of two telegraph lines. So the first one was the Collins Overland Telegraph Line, which was supposed to connect North America to Europe via Siberia. But they stopped surveying for that telegraph line when the first transatlantic line was pulled. So that project was abandoned. And then there was another line, the Dominion Line, that was actually completed in 1902. And that was connecting the Yukon to southern Canada. But then in the 1930s, wireless radio came up and that made these telegraph lines redundant. So the line was abandoned as well. So yeah, it all wasn't very successful, because it just took too long, and by the time it was there, the times already had changed and technology was going faster than they could build these lines. Wow, this area is just unbelievable, isn't it? Really stunning. Oh, I see some houses up there. Don't think that's town yet though. Still 32 k's. Wow, look at that. The river down below. I think the road's now gonna go down. I am here at Telegraph Creek. Welcome to Telegraph Creek. Clegoin Yaantin. That must be in Baltan language. Now the place that I'm going to stay is 8 k's further down the road, I think. It's on, or mile 6 it says. Mile 6 Glenora Road. So it's a little further. Wow, the people here live in an absolute stunning area. Unreal. Absolutely pristine. Oh. Here it is. Yes. This way. I think I'm gonna be staying very close to the river, the Gold Rush River. I think I put online, because I made a booking here, I think I put arrival time 5 o'clock and it is now 4 minutes to 5. Timed that perfectly. See if there's anybody home. Oh, there's a dog. Hello. Hey buddy. Hello. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hello. This is where I'm staying. Look, I'll be sleeping here and then I have this amazing view here over the mountains, and just there is the river. Oh, what a ride today. Honestly, the day started out a little bit like it was just raining for 250 kilometers into the ride or something like that. So I was a bit like, okay, let's hope it will get dry. It was also quite cold. But then, yeah, as soon as I reached Dees Lake and hit the dirt, it's just amazing, and the weather cleared up. But like this area, it's amazing. I had no idea this was going to be so good, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just fantastic to ride. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm in Telegraph Creek, and apparently I also read something about that back in the days they would come up until here with steamboats. So they would travel with steamboats all the way upstream until Telegraph Creek. I think that's also pretty amazing. I think you can actually go with a kayak. You can go down river all the way, but I think it takes days, and you have to be an experienced kayaker, which I am not. But yeah, I heard something about being able to kayak down and then take this what do you call that, lake boat? No, lake plane. How do you call those things? Those little planes with the floaters that can land on water. I don't know what you call them. Float planes. I think they're called float planes. You can take one of those back. But anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you this, because it's totally not relevant, because I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, I'm going to end this video now. I think I'm a little bit tired now. So that was it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below, and then I'll see you in the next video.